So Valerie, we're here to talk about the current reimbursement program and some of the new additions that we've made. So can you tell me a little bit more about the additions?
Sure. The reimbursement program is exactly the same, other than for the fire guys who drive the fire apparatus and for cleared firefighters, we're adding an additional $22 for a 4 consecutive hour shift.
So for the typical firefighter, what might that reimbursement be at the end of the day?
Well, I did some numbers for one of the drivers that we have, and he had one 4-hour shift, which would have been $22. He had 2 8-hour shifts, which would have been $88, for a total of $110 for the month. And that's not including his calls. He also had 6 calls. He had 12 as a driver and 2 standby for a total of $310. So with the $110 that he made for the hours, it was $420 for the month.
Okay, so that $22 might not seem like a lot at the beginning, but when it all gets out, it's actually a pretty significant reimbursement potentially.
Yes, okay. And also the goal is for them to pool more duty time. So if they're doing 6 hours, we're hoping that they'll stay for an additional 2 hours so that they'll get the
extra.
Right, for the extra money.
Awesome. So we've talked specifically about fire, but is this for both EMS and fire, or how does that play out currently?
The addition is only for fire, and it's also going to be a test run from November to December.
Okay.
So we want them to enroll. Well, they don't have to enroll because they're already automatically entered if they're in the incentive program. But EMS people get $10 per call. So it's a little bit different for fire and EMS, but if they want to enroll in the program, if they're not already in it, there'll be a link to this video where they can fill out an application, and they just put it in my mailbox.
Okay, great. And you said November to December. Is there a specific start date for November? Or?
It's November the 1st.
Okay.
They do have to have their 50 points by then in order to get credit for all this. So those that are already in the incentive program pretty much know that, but there's also a link to this that puts up the SOG so that you can read everything if you're not in the program, so you'll find out what you need to do in order to be in the program.
Okay. So, and just to clarify, so if they're already enrolled into the program currently, the one that exists, do they have to do anything else? You said not really, right?
Nope, they don't have to do anything else. I'll keep track of the hours through RMS, so they don't have to do anything else.
Okay. And then you said for anyone who's not currently enrolled at all into the program, whether EMS or fire, that process is also pretty easy. They can click a link and they can pretty much contact you.
They just need to read the SOGs to make sure that they qualify, because you have to be a regular member and a cleared firefighter, things like that. But all they have to do is fill out an application and put that in my mailbox.
Okay, awesome. So what is truly the goal of all this with the new addition to the pilot program?
The goal is to help serve our community better. We were hoping that with people being here more in the station, that we will get the fire apparatus out the door. Okay,
great. And then, so November to December, now is that going to be a prolonged thing, or how is that going to play out in regards to what that time period might truly be?
We're just doing November and December as like a trial period to see how it works out. We're hoping that a lot of the firefighters take advantage of, so we'll see how it goes, and we'll decide in the end of December.
Okay, great. So if they need to find any more information about this program or the new additions or whatever, where could they potentially go, or who can they contact?
Again, there'll be a link on this video, but you can also go to the website if you want to, under reimbursement program, and look for the SOG, and the application and all the requirements are in that. But it's easier just to press the link that's on this video.
Okay, great. I think that's it. Thank you.
Okay.
Yep.